How do you keep your high performer from burning out in your work environment? How can you support your high performer in your work environment? There are many consultants out there trying to help you have a high performance team. But this is not what your high performers need. They are naturally going to perform. It's innately who they are. What they need to learn is to create balance in their work environment so they can continue to perform consistently. That's where the leadership comes in. High performers are invaluable to your company. You know this, and you want to retain them. High performers are good at what they do. They strive for excellence. They often get more tasks delegated to them because they'll somehow produce and get it done. They even volunteer to do more because it helps them feel more successful. They're the ones that will pick up the slack of other team members who are not optimally performing. I like to call these workers the moochers of the high performers. And high performers see what needs to get done and they do it. They will try and do it all. It is what they naturally do. But eventually they will hit their breaking point. You may recognize this as someone being forced to take sick leave because of an acute illness, or maybe they sustained an injury, or personal reasons that are impacting their quality of their work, and ultimately burnout, also known as stress leave. Because your high performer will be forced to take time away from work to heal, and they are inherently driven, they will hit their breaking point more than once until they realize how to create a sustainable work-life balance. Hi, I'm Lisa. As a spiritual medium and energy strategist, I know what is driving your high performer to overwork until they reach burnout. I've driven myself to burnout twice in my career because that's what high performers do when they're not in balance. Part of the problem is what I call their success wound, their endless drive to do more, where they prove their worth and more, and this will push them to their breaking point. But it's also the work environment that encourages a high performer to overwork and burn out. I can talk to high performers all day about what to do to create sustainable work-life balance, and I do, but part of what has to change is in the work environment. What changes do your high performers need at work? Here are my 3 top tips to help support them immediately. So first of all, recognize your high performers. Stop letting them overwork and not give them more than the other workers for it. This is what leads to them feeling bitter and resentful and moving on to another company. Give them credit for going above and beyond. Give them rewards for taking on extra tasks. You can give them extra vacation time or personal days, a company trip or bonuses for all that they've done. Make them feel seen, heard, and appreciated. They need this from the company and their leaders. They're actively looking for recognition, so give it to them. They are your best performers, and you want them to stay and be healthy. Number 2, stop overworking them. I do not know a single high performer whose workload is doable. Let me repeat that. I don't know a single high performer whose workload is doable. This is why they overwork, to get it done. But it can't be done in their typical work hours. So they have to come in early. They have to work late, work through lunch. Please stop. You know that their workload is already full. If you give them more to do because you know that they'll do it, this is part of that problem that leads them to burnout. This doesn't just happen one time. It's every week for months with no end in sight. My high-performing clients are getting more tasks and assignments that aren't possible to complete in their set work hours. This is not the high performer's problem that you're short-staffed or the other workers aren't doing their work. But overworking and taking on all this extra work is how they burn out. And my 3rd tip, honor their time away from work. They need to recharge. They give 200% plus at work every day and often still check emails and messages in their off hours because you give it to them. Stop. You pay them to work certain hours and they work really hard for you. Encourage them not to check company emails and messages by not sending them. Let them rest and recharge in their not scheduled work time so they continue to have the energy and health to be the high performer that they are. We like to blame the high performer for burning out. They didn't know when to stop working. They love to overwork. We were surprised to hear that their marriage fell apart. We were surprised to hear that they were struggling with alcohol. Are we really? We need to do better for our high performers. Tell me what you've learned in this video and how you're going to change your work environment. And if you're a high performer or a high performer spouse, tell me what you think and what you want to see in your person's work environment. As a balanced high performer that helps other high performers create a sustainable work-life balance, we have to address the problems in the work environment that encourage and expect this behavior. If you like this video, let me know by liking it, and I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video released. And for next videos to watch, I recommend how to balance your energy at work and high performers, how to stop feeling overwhelmed. High performers are your most valuable and innovative workers. You want to retain them at your company, and you don't want to pay for sick leave due to burnout. I hope this video helps you create some changes in your work environment to support your high performers. And if you want to bring me in to help support them, please book a call with me. I'll put my call link for you in the comments below.